Namaste to one and all. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is about some of the circulars issued by the CBSE in connection with the National Curriculum Framework for Foundational Stage. It tells about the land area and section ratio while introducing the preschools or Balavatikas. And let us see what about the circular, the latest circular, 11th circular, 11th September 2023, that is circle number 25 says about it. It tells about the clarification regarding number of permissible sections. In reference to the office earlier, circular number 12 dated March 24th, 2023 regarding NCF's foundation stage, in which permissible number of sections are laid down for Balavatika based on the land area of the school. It is clarified that total number of sections in a school shall now be considered from Balavatika and Balavatika 1st to 12th standard. So some changes are there. That is why it tells about this other than the circular issued. And here the one exemplar has been given according to the clause 3.6 according to the affiliation bylaws. According to the clause 3.6, if the land area is 2,400 square meters up to class 12, their existing allowed section was 24. Now additional section 6 will be allowed for starting Balavatikas, and so 30 can be the total number. So earlier it was 24. Now 6 additional classrooms can be, additional sections can be started, and so up to 12th standard 30 sections can be allowed. This is one of the examples given. Several examples have given according to the square meters that we can see the circular number 12 circular number 12 dated 24th. And what is the other thing written in this circular? Let us complete the circular and go to the next one. Further condition mentioned in serial number I of the circular number 12, that stand against the circular of February 22nd, circular date number 3rd, circular number 3. So that I of the circular number is omitted. While we look at that circular, we can see that what is I. And it again clarified that on every 500 square meters of additional land, 3 extra sections are permissible. And this circular has been issued by Dharani Arun, Joint Secretary of CBSE. Dharani Arun sir has been issued this circular, Joint Secretary of CBSE. Then next we can see what about the circular. In this circular, yes, next we can see the circular number 12 dated 24th of March, what is mentioned in the other circular. Recommendations of National Curriculum Framework for Foundation Stage 2022, NCF Foundation Stage 2022 in the school affiliated to CBSE. On the recommendation of NEP 2020, underlying the need of transforming the early childhood care and education in the country necessitated a fresh and comprehensive framework exclusively for this stage. So, it is necessitating a fresh and comprehensive framework exclusively for this stage. National Curriculum Framework for Foundation Stages 2022 is released according to the circular of 17th March 2023, number 8, AFF.08/2023. The board has adopted NCF FS 2022 and new structure of higher education, the foundation stage from Balavatika preschool to preschool including class 2, that is the 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 among the 5. First 5 comes Balavatika, that is preschool, then grade 1, grade 2 will be introduced in session 2023-24. And so here now we have to see what is the circular number 8 dated on 17th is telling about. Let us see that then. Here, so we told we are going to implement as an implementation of NEP through National Curriculum Framework. Recommendations of NCF for Foundation Stage 2022 in transforming early childhood care education framework for the early stage. We needed a fresh and comprehensive framework for this early stage. NCF is released circular number 8, 17th March 2023. Implementation of NCF for Foundation Stage 2022 from the academic session 2023-24. First one, competencies and learning outcomes. There, and some general principles have been mentioned here. Competencies are, that is, competency-based education, competency-based outcome is very important regarding learning outcome is concerned. That is, competency means a person is becoming proficient in particular skill. Proficiency, he is competent enough to do the thing. Skill, ability, like that, knowledge, competency. Then second point is that it's just I have taken the highlighting points only, not the complete thing. Then second point is the CBSE adopted NCF for Foundation Stage 2022 and the new structure of 5-year education, nursery to second grade, 3 to 8 years. Then many examples and illustrations for its implementation, day-to-day teaching has been given. Many examples have been given. Then foundational preparatory educations to adhere to the curriculum pedagogy assessment. Yes, new curriculum, new pedagogical way, then new assessment is different types of pedagogy method, experiential learning, then holistic learning, then different type of pedagogy and assessment also have been given here. Then fifth point, while schools offering 1 to 10 or 1 to 12 may make efforts to gradually augment the infrastructure requirements to include pre-primary classes. Schools already running foundation classes may continue to offer 3 years of pre-primary education. Detailed IASIS data can be shown will follow later. And so the infrastructure requirements should include the pre-primary classes. Schools already running foundation stage may continue to offer 3 years. That is up to 3 years. They can continue without additional land area or without additional prerequisites are not there. They can continue. Then teachers qualification remain the same. National Council of Teachers Education Education's notification number 62-1/2012 NCTE dated 12th 2014 and amendments. Initial pages of the curriculum document for senior schools for sessions 2023-24 detailed academic guidelines have been given. Schools can also go through the NCF FS 2022 document for clarification. And this circular has been issued by the Secretary of CBSE, Sri Anurag Tripathi sir. And so this is mentioned in this circular, that is 17th. And let us see what all the conditions they have mentioned here. Yes, Balavatika has done the following modification affiliation bylaws 2018 from session 2023-24 after consideration and consultation with the stakeholders on the recommendation of NCF FS 2024-22. One of the important purposes of NCF for Foundation Stage 2022 is to formalize education in foundational year, that is 3 to 8 years. The board, in addition to its existing categories of affiliation, is expanding affiliation of existing affiliated schools offering foundation education to Balavatika classes, provided they fulfill all other requirements as mandated by CBSE. While schools offering classes 1 to 10 or 1 to 12 may make efforts to gradually augment the infrastructure requirements. As gradually they can make the infrastructure requirements because they have to start the preschool, they have to start the Balavatika classes. Schools already running foundation classes may continue to offer 3 years of Balavatika education. These details must be submitted at the time of filling up the IASIS. Then schools need to enhance infrastructure in terms of classrooms and other requirements to implement the class of foundation stage. However, no additional land will be required for the additions of sections for the initial 3 years of foundational stage. Schools are allowed to add additional 6 sections if they are having 1 acre land, 9 sections if they are having 1.5 acres of land, and they can add 12 sections if they are having 2 acres of land. And in addition to that, per 500, that is for land above 2 acres, schools can add 3 sections per 500 square meters additional land, which can be distributed to class Balavatika. Then to classes up to 8th or up to 10th or up to 12th, this will apply on existing schools as well as schools seeking affiliation with the board. And what are the changes? Here we can see is in the first, the bylaws 3.6 area cited mentioned in clause 3.6. I went through the 3.6, what is mentioning in the 3.6. That also I have found out. And here is, I don't know whether you can see. Yes, that 3.6 I have taken into account. I have written that. Yes. 3.6, what is it? No difference. Only one difference is that I have mentioned in the new one. This is 3.6, earlier one. This is changing. That only. It is changing. 3.6. 1,600 it is 10. Then 2,400 it is 24. 3,200 it is 26. Like that. 28 it is like that. It is written. That is changed into 10 become 13. Like that, it has changed. That I will show you what I again wrote on the paper. Yes. So clause A, 1,610. Now it is added. Now there is a provision to add 3. So 13. Earlier it was 10. This green color what I wrote, it is earlier one. That what I wrote showed through the mobile. Then B. This is the example given earlier in the other circular. This example, the same example has been given. Next, that is 2,400. Up to 30, and it is written 1/3 of the 30, 10 minimum can be only, maximum +1 and +2 can be provided. That also written there. Suppose only 1/3 of the classes can be given to +1 and +2. That is why I think that example has been taken into account. Yes, up to 12th has been taken into account that way. So up to 24 was there. This is the additional columns. This way. This old one, 28, 10, 24, 28. It's like that it goes, but now it is 28, 10, 24, 20. See, now it is 34. This is the old one. Now the additional one is 34, 13, 30, 34, 47, like that. Then 60. And this one is omitted. This one is omitted because now it has this one earlier circular, that is omitted. This is right, that is 500 square meters, 3 sections of, that is in clause 3.6, the other one, that is omitted. That way it is written. I see that it is omitted. Further conditions mentioned in the I of this one is, this I is omitted. Anyway, the next one, the total number of sections taken together for classes 11 and 12 should not be more than 1/3 of the optimum number of sections allowed on the basis of land holding for any school. Number of sections and students shall be restricted as per actual facilities in the school. Total number of students in a section shall be in accordance with the provisions given in the clause 4.8 affiliation bylaw. 4.8 affiliation bylaw, I have to see, I didn't go through that. Then the additional sections are being granted on same existing land area for starting the class Balavatika. That is the main thing. The same existing land area can be maintained, can be accommodated for the additional classes 1 to 3 in order to facilitate the school to start these classes without any hurdles. So, without any challenge, they can start with the existing land area. The additional sections can be started for the Balavatikas. And here they have given that is classes Balavatika 1 to 3, that is up to 2nd standard. 1 to 3 it is the link to 2nd standard. That is 0 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. Like that. 6 to 7 and 7 to 8, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7 is first standard, and 7 to 8 is second standard. Up to second standard, this category shall cater to existing play schools offering education and willing to get affiliated with the CBSE and fulfill all the mandatory requirements as mentioned in the affiliation bylaws of 2018 of the board. And the school applying for affiliation for category under clause 2.9.9, schools must have separate essential facilities such as separate washrooms for boys and girls with age appropriate sanitary facilities, toilet seats, as well as toilets for CWS and that is children with special needs, and toilets for young learners should preferably be without bolting provisions. And 200-meter athletic track should be there, and 10,000 square meters open playground should be there. Yes, and all the guidelines, it is written, schools are also directed to see the guidelines for Indian infrastructure for play school education published by NCRT, and schools must adopt NCF foundation stage for 2022 and make use of Jadu Pitra collection of teaching learning material, TLM material, and it is prepared by NCRT. It is available at the Diksha portal. Further, it is recommended that all related teaching learning material for foundation stage being released by NCRT be used for teaching learning purposes. And the circular is continuing. Till this I am ending that. The following guidelines also be adhered in the line with the NCF for foundation stage regarding health, classroom, play area, like that it goes. I just made an effort to say that while NEP is going to implement, that can be implemented through National Curriculum Framework. So it is starting from the foundation stage, from Balavatika preschool, how it can be started. The existing preschools, existing Balavatikas can continue, and the 3 years the CBSE, the government is giving, by the 3 years they should accommodate, they should make availability of the land area and the sections, and thereby they can continue. Those schools do not have the Balavatikas, they should start, because it became mandatory to start the Balavatikas in the existing premises itself. That is the highlights of this circulars. Thank you.